The Iron Hills lock shields and prepare to take on a tide of goblins in today's Dawnless Days battle few here today. And we do have a huge 1v1 here on Azan-nul Bazaar, which is the sort of entrance to Moria, which you see in the Hobbit films. And we do have the Iron Hills here in action up against the goblins in a massive 1v1. I mean, the goblins have, over 7,000 troops. The dwarves have nearly 4,000, which is pretty huge for a 1v1. We do have large armies on with this one, and as you can see, the dwarves with their thin sword line are preparing to take on masses of goblin black shield guards, shock infantry. We've just been checking out the goblin sort of roster, and you might realize that these black shield guard aren't in it. It's because they are added in War of the Mountains, which is a submod which adds a whole bunch of new units and factions for the dwarves and like the goblins and orcs. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. Azan-nul Bazaar, really fun map, very open one, but has like a few natural choke points if you can get yourselves into them. And the dwarves are taking advantage of them, as you can see here with their sword line. And the goblins have no choice but to rush straight on into them. Goblin blade warriors, which are going in. I think they are slightly better than the black shield guard. I could be wrong, could be the other way around. But both should be able to put up a good match. These Iron Hill warriors, which are pretty decent, but they are definitely not as good as like Erebor axe warriors or anything like that. Iron Hill warriors are certainly a lesser sword unit. But if Dain is leading the line, I always will believe that the dwarves can get victory. And the dwarves, you know, numbers don't matter. They're just absolute champs, and they can take on numbers far greater than them. I presume it is Dain in charge. Yeah, there is Sons of the Mountain over here. I presume it's his sort of like Battle of the Five Armies. Look, we do have a whole bunch of reserves, load of Dragon Slayers, and we've got crossbows as well. So lots of anti sort of troll units, which there is mountain trolls being brought in today's game. And yeah, they're going to need like the crossbows as well to sort of deal with range units. The goblins have some very good heavy archers of their own. And as you can see, actually, Goblin Blade Warriors already are suffering. I would have thought they'd beat these Iron Hill Warriors, but maybe not. Maybe not. But yes, it's great to be back with more Dawnless Days, and I hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you are wanting to see more Lord of the Rings action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're on here, and if you want to show your support, it really does help out the channel. And yes, if you want to send in your own replays, to feature on the channel like this one has, then do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. And as you can see, this flank over here starting to get engaged as well. Black Shield Guard. We've got crossbows as well here. Iron Fortress Guardians, and they are getting focused down here by the bows. They need to sort that out and start focusing down the bows themselves. Looks like the archers here are targeting one unit at a time. Don't blame them. The crossbows have lesser range, and it seems like they're struggling with their angles. As you can see over here, obstructed. That unit's not fully firing. Don't know why it's up there, why it isn't just behind the line. But yeah, they are nearly causing this Goblin Heavy Archer here to waver and break. They have actually pretty poor morale. They have worse morale than the Mountain Pass Scouts, which are the like lighter bow unit. Kind of crazy, I didn't realize that until we did the unit overview like a couple of weeks ago. There you go, nearly taking out that bow unit, which is good, but they are going to probably take out a Iron Fortress Guardian as well. And it looks like actually they're moving on to the next one already, which is not a bad idea, but I mean, I would probably deal with one first. I mean, these Iron Fortress Guardians, they're like tier 3 or 4. They are really high morale. I would get rid of that final Goblin Heavy Archer as well. Make sure it stays gone. It's wavering, but it's running. Another player is retreating there. Looks like he hasn't actually brought forward his archers on the left-hand side here, and he's going to need to, because look at this. The dwarves are absolutely annihilating the goblins in this sort of first wave. Hold the line, boys. Moria cannot fall. Our sacred halls, our treasures, they must become ours and stay ours. But yeah, Azan-nul Bazaar, if you unaware, it's actually a very historical battle, I guess, or lore battle. It's not really historical for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, in the Hobbit, it's where Azog sort of at least in the film adaptation, it's where Azog kills Thrain, and he sends, kills Thror, and then Thrain goes insane. I think it's that way around. Thrain is Thorin's father, but you're going to see a charge here in the center. We're going to see Mountain Marauders come forward. They're a tier 2 shock infantry. They might have some success on the initial charge. I can't imagine if for long melee they're going to go through. Yeah, these goblins are about the same height as the dwarves. Everyone's ankle biters today. With their rusty armor, trying to hack their way through.
Enemy units have been routed.
Good target for crossbows as well if they're going to use them. But yeah, the crossbows, as you can see, they're falling back. Actually, archers and crossbows are falling back on both sides. Looks like they're having a bit of success here on the goblins, strangely. Iron Hill warriors losing in this fight against Black Shield guards. But everywhere else along the line, Black Shield guard really struggling. Actually, they're kind of both struggling here. The Karnan River Guard behind, which kind of look like a Spartan unit, with that red cape. They might need to be getting in soon. I need to hold the line. I think, yeah, there you go. They get sent in to hold this line here in a really long, thin line. We're going to see another sword getting sent forward to support that weak point in the line. The swords, as you can see here, are being routed, but there is now shock infantry in the fight. They are causing a lot of these swords, though, to die, I think, on the initial charge. They're getting shot themselves. These are Mortar Uruks. These are better shock infantry than the Marauders. Loaned in by the Dark Lord Sauron himself. And they're much taller than their ankle biter comrades. And wow, look at that, they all routed. Look at that crossbow. You know, like these crossbows here, focusing down the Mortar Uruks and doing a lot of damage, actually, really good. Routing them, that is, yeah, this flank here is resisting very nicely. Looks like Marauders here also breaking. Archers coming forward, and they're gonna have, they're gonna be uncontested here as they shoot at the Dragon Slayers back here. Crossbows need to deal with them ASAP, because otherwise that Dragon Slayer is just gonna die so quickly. Black Shield Guard again, it's just a game of attrition for the Goblins. They don't have the quality, but they have the mass. And the mass might be enough to take them over the line. They're holding for now. Yeah, reinforcing shock infantry. The amount of Marauders here being spammed in today's game, they are going to cause a lot of problems, but they will rout pretty quickly. Their morale is not great. The center barely being engaged, and as you can see, slowly but surely they're taking Iron Hill warriors away from this. I mean, it's Iron Guards holding center. You don't need to worry about this. This is going to hold till the end of time. Like Moria will freeze over before that is broken. Three like elite spears holding that line. You need a lot of shock to get through there. And I don't think they brought quality shock. We'll have a look further back. Look at the Goblin reserves. I mean, that is not good, actually. They've broken through here, I think. Not really. There is sort of a thin line, but they need more men in there, that's for sure. More Dwarves in there. We've got Blade Warriors coming forward. We've got the Trolls. Obviously, they're going to be a big threat. I think these are the ones to worry about. Yeah, Goblin Bodyguards and their triple bronze chevron. They are going to be tough to get through. And I think they're sensing blood. They're setting High Chief Dain's Guard. All their elites going this way. So this needs to be a message for the Dwarves. Send more men here. Get everyone you can into the front lines. Dragon Slayers now going in. Elite Pikes. That'll help. There you go. They're going to start prodding away at the shock infantry. Archers here trying to, I think they're trying to shoot the crossbows. They're stacking on top of each other. That's not a good idea. That's going to make it easier for the player. Yeah, these are all iron fortresses here. They need to spread out, keep shooting those archers as well, because that will help with their numbers. Because army losses could be one way you can defeat these goblins. And they have some big units that are quite easy to take out, like the archers and the shock. I would, yeah, start moving all these reserves. I don't think they're going to need much more here. This right flank is looking really good. Like, that is wrapped up pretty much. You're going to have to keep some troops here, because otherwise the goblins will just try and strike through. But that's looking really good, this right flank here. The left flank is looking shaky.
Our men have given up and are running for their
For some
lives.
reason I can't. There we go. The camera's letting me down. This personal fight here. Fight on, boys. Oh, this guy's going deep into enemy lines. Look at him. Mad lad. There you go. And you can see more spears being sent along the line. The Karnan River Guard. And we're now seeing the Trolls going in. They're going in after the Iron Guard. Not a bad target. This is the sort of unit that could, I guess, defeat the Iron Guard. But you need the crossbows here. They need the anti-troll units, which are the crossbows. And the Goblins go into melee. Goblin infantry. How are the Iron Guards doing? Unfazed. They've lost like literally no one. That's incredible. I get this. Yeah, there you go. Iron Fortress Guardians. They're moving along the line, not giving those archers any interest anymore. They are going to shift along the line, and they're going to shoot those trolls. I think. And the mountain trolls are vulnerable to missile effect, to missiles. That's for sure. This line is starting to sort of break a little. Certainly, we're seeing Aramis from veterans now giving the green light to come in, but there are still great wins along this line here. Mordor Uruk's routing and fully routing. Dwarves keep resisting. I feel it's a classic matchup we've seen quite a lot recently. A lot of dwarf and sort of goblin matchups. People loving this sort of more accurate rivalry. See the archers here withdrawing as well. I don't know if that's really the right move. They maybe were withdrawing because the Aeromithran crossbows were also withdrawing. You can see pikes come forward here. Maybe that's going to be the new target for those archers, though. Crossbows here, starting to fire, starting to get their volleys into the mountain trolls. See whether that changes the outcome of this fight. Iron Guards are starting to lose slightly. 70 of them left. Just fighting in these bushes over here. What is this coming forward? Yeah, Spears, Morcana, and River Guard being sent forward. And a mass rout from the Goblins. We're seeing, multiple units here break. The Goblins, just smashing into a solid wall. But there is another wave of elites to come forward. And this line's getting thinner and thinner. The archers are starting to pick off the pikes, which are so vulnerable to missiles. The right is looking really good, though. They can maybe start thinking about shifting some forces down. Blade Warriors are still here, but... yeah, I mean, I'd start being passive here with the Goblins. They're going to have to be aggressive with the Dwarves to come out and deal with these archers, or they're going to have to shoot them themselves. Archers, though, the Aeromithran crossbows need to move forward, need to deal with these archers. If they're going to keep shooting their infantry, that's how the Dwarves will lose this game. The trolls are dying as well. You can see Mountain Troll there down to 4 out of 8. They're starting to shoot. I think they're shooting the other one, and I think they're shooting both, to be honest. They're still getting, they're getting very bloodied up in here, are those trolls. The long melee. They could pull through, I guess. Like I've said in many a video, pulling through the trolls is absolutely legal. They're a massive unit. They'd be allowed to do it. I guess maybe they're thinking because of the unarmored version, maybe not. We are seeing Dain now being shifted forward. I'm surprised he's not being shot at by the dwarves there. Sorry, by the goblins. The dwarves still losing their pikes here, the dragon slayers. I think that's maybe what they feel like is their main threat. They haven't brought anything of the goblins to counter a pike unit. They haven't brought any polearms of their own, which they do have. There you go, the goblin bodyguard charging in first. Right thing to do. Send the shock in first, then reinforce with the swords. In goes Dain, his Sons of the Hill bodyguard being mobilized. Didn't really get a great charge though, but it will hold the line for a little longer. But yeah, most of these units now are losing along the line after being charged by the bodyguard. More men are needed there. Pikes being shifted down the line, coming from that right-hand side, I think. And they have actually been aggressive. Look at this. Look at that. Aeromithran veterans have jumped out of the line, and they have decided to attack the Goblin Blade Warriors. And they've killed one unit already, and they're on to the next.
Men have given up.
Dwarves, trolls are winning here though. Look at that. Goblin Blade Warriors are routing there. The trolls need some more support, but they are winning this fight against the Carden River Guard. Iron Guards also suffering, but there's no real infantry here to back them up. We've got the Goblin King that could go in, and we've got another Goblin Blade Warrior, but that is it. That is it, pretty much. They're kind of giving up on this line, and more Dwarves will be able to shunt along. You can see the crossbows here, able to move now along if they want to. Dwarves have won in the center there as well. They can shift more men if they want to. Get down along the line because Dain is in trouble. He is losing this fight. We need more Dwarves over here. Hold, boys. Hold. But look at that. Routing spears. I think gaps in the line are starting to appear. The Goblins are pretty much through with that bodyguard there. There's nothing holding them. And there you go. That's absolutely fine. I feel like that is not a pull through. That is a gap in the line. And there you go. The Goblins are through. Can they flood numbers in now? Archers are in melee for the Goblins, running out of ammo. The Goblins are going to rear charge Dain here, and that might just be the difference in this game. If they kill Dain off, morale might drop for the Dwarves here, though it's pretty sturdy without a general. It might make a difference. just as it was starting to look pretty bright for the Dwarves, disaster might be about to strike here.
The enemy has killed our
And there you go, Dain has fallen. He has sacrificed his life for the Dwarven cause. There is now Iron Hill warriors arriving, but it's a little too late. And men are going to start to rout. And yeah, the Dwarves being aggressive on this right side, that's all well and good. But there's no one here to fight. It's better and quicker to get along the line. Get these crossbows along the line as well. Blast these shock infantry. They're busy shooting the trolls, but the trolls are pretty much finished. They're down to 2 out of 8. Get moving along the line. Same with the spears as well. Like, these crossbows can go into melee as well if they need to. But yeah, the Dwarves very unbalanced right now. Balance power though is looking good for them. It's 1600 against 2300. But with that morale debuff, I don't know. The Dwarves, I would still say, have got their backs up against this fight. And the Goblins are pretty centralized in one area. The Dwarves are really strung out. They can try and be isolated. They can be isolated very easily here.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
There you go, isolated Iron Hill warrior being surrounded, and that's going to get routed at a very high 73 by the looks of it, surrounded by all that shock there. That is bad, and you can see, yeah, lots of units here starting to break. This whole flank collapsed with those encirclements. And there you go, the Dwarves there killed off, and that was a pretty high unit still alive, really, in Dwarven terms anyway. And that is not good. They need to get that Goblin general, but he is well protected and is being kept well out of the fight. This new fight is going to probably happen around this sort of raised point here. If the Goblins can get their archers onto that raised hill, that could really help out their cause as well. And Dwarves need to rotate everything here in the sense that the Goblins are not hanging around. And there you go, they routed that sword there. Goblin Blade Warriors have done that. That frees up a lot more Dwarves.
The enemy has obliterated an entire unit.
Yeah, the game is not done yet. These Goblin Bodyguard have had a great game. So bloodied up. But they're ready to shed more Dwarven blood in the name of the Goblin King. They are pumped. They also look pretty tall for a Goblin. Here we go. Here advance the Dwarves. And to be honest, the Dwarves probably have the range advantage. They probably have more ammo. I've seen, like I said, quite a few Goblin units here without a lot of ammo left. And a lot of weakened units, a couple of weakened units there for the Goblins. So they could probably be a bit passive if they wanted to. I mean, shoot the shock if you can get into range of those. The bolts will do a lot of damage to them. Oh, this Goblin returned, I think. And Goblin Blade Warriors at 12. Jeez, holding on. Tying down 3 Dwarven units. They don't want to be aggressive with those 3 Dwarven swords out of the fight for quite a while. And they are flanking, as you can see here, the Dwarves, which is all well and good, but you're kind of splitting your forces. The Goblins might be able to defeat you in peace here. If the Goblins were super aggressive, I feel like they could have maybe done a lot of damage to these spears and these swords here. They wanted to. I'm guessing they're very scared of those crossbows though, which I don't blame them. But they might be about to get penned in here. If the Dwarves can move faster, they can pick up those small feet just a little quicker, they might be able to actually pen the Goblins in this sort of area, because yeah, they're in a pretty bad spot right now. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, I think the red line is just over here. You can't really go further than this. So yeah, the Goblins might end up being in their own choke point. Just keep pushing. Those Dragon Slayers getting shot at. Losing 4 or 5 there in that volley. They need to keep moving. Those Goblins are going to do some serious damage otherwise. Yeah, already, look at that. They were 81. They're going to be down to 71, I think. Nearly. Only lost 10 guys now. Just get out of phalanx. Just charge into these Goblin Heavy Archers. Just do what damage you can. Here come the Goblins on the other flank, though. The Goblin King actually leading the way. I respect it, but he's getting absolutely focused down. Look at that. 92 of them left already. He's in the front lines with his crown. Iron Guard, hold this line. Yeah, they are absolutely focusing them down. The Goblins are going to lose their king, I imagine, very soon here. That could be devastating for morale. It looks like Goblin Blade Warriors have been caught by, or have been sent in to hold off this flanking force. I don't think they've been caught. I think they've just been actually sent in to save the Archers. The Archers are kind of like their get-out-of-free jail card for the Goblins here at the moment.
Their general is
There you
dead.
go, the Goblin
Lethal
General's
blow.
dead. That is now going to stack things in favour of the Dwarves, I would say. The Goblins have definitely worse morale. There you go, Goblin King, he's losing. He's losing. He's already dead already, but this is the main concern over here. These units are about to break. Goblin bodyguards, they're very much downtrodden now. They've seen their king's already dead. There's Goblin Blade Warrior wavering at 101. And if they break those units, they're into the Goblin Archers behind, which is a real concern. That's the real worry for the Goblin cause. They are nearly through here, though. Iron Guard's losing. And they are kind of actually, and they're beating the Khan and River Guard over there with the bodyguard as well, the Goblin bodyguard. They can beat those units, they're into the crossbows. Who knows? It's still very even. Balance power, I mean, it's shifting now in favor of the Dwarves as the numbers get closer and closer. And there you go, the rear guard has broken. The archers are going into melee, and they already have pretty poor morale. And now with no king, they could be in real trouble. I mean, if they wanted to, they could try. I mean, I think there's players in the swords into the spears. You could try and disengage with Iron Hill Warrior and try and flank around. That'd be a play. Those other dwarves have not even yet joined the fight. It's insane. They held on for a while without those units. But yeah, nearly through here. Dragon Slayers losing, as are the Khan and River Guard. But the Goblin Bodyguard's running out of puff. And the archers over here, they're starting to rout. Like I said, I think just get the Dragon Slayers out of phalanx if they're still in it. Just charge them in. High Chieftain's Guards here, losing. The Goblin King has now fled. They've been focusing down. I mean, just shoot other stuff. Shoot the Goblin heavy archers. These guys have pretty low morale, probably the lowest morale of any unit. Oh yeah, or this High Chieftain's Guard actually. You got a really nice angle onto it. Yeah, immediately the bolts start flying. They start losing. Yeah, they have got a really nice angle, and we're going to see the numbers here drop this elite Goblin unit. Poor fellows. In the back, more archers are starting to break by the looks of it. Going to see those reinforcing swords arrive just in time. I don't know if they can flank around there, but they can try and flank these shock infantry units here. That sword actually kind of helped block the angle that the crossbows have, and they could definitely go through this gap here if they wanted to as well. But no, the Dwarves is going to go straight on in. There you go, more Goblin heavy archers there starting to break, and I think we're going to see a mass rout here. Yeah, the Goblins just give in. There you go. And the Dwarves are going to win, but it's a Pyrrhic victory. They must have had less than 1,000 troops left. I mean, yeah, not a lot of boys left. But yeah, a great fight there by Azaghal, who was playing as the Iron Hills. Well done to him. Well done to Dutch Wolf as well. Both played a really good game. Honestly, both could have really won that fight. But the Dwarves were just sheer elite sort of discipline and just perseverance, held on even without a general. But yeah, Dain, speaking of him, got 146 kills. His sword, the Iron Hill swords, 319, 331, 233, 217, 248. Yes, most of them getting triple figures here. Aramis from Veterans, 225 kills. The Khan and River Guard, 159. Outscored, though, by the Iron Guards, who got 268 kills. The Pikes, yeah, not doing masses. They just kind of got focused down, made into pin cushions of arrows. Iron Fortress Guardians, 193 kills. 225 with the Eremithan crossbows, though. Very, very good there. And then we have Dutch Wolf. The Goblins. The Goblin King didn't get a single kill. That is crazy, actually. I mean, he was fighting Iron Guard, but still, wow. His swords, yeah, really struggle. I mean, they're fighting Dwarves as well. Going to have lesser kills. 61 there. Black Shield Guard, 81. The Shock did the best, though. I feel like 88 with the Mordor Uruks. Goblin Bodyguard, 173, 187, 157. The Trolls got 145 kills, and the Archers, 164 kills, 129, 125 there. So not too shabby with them. But there you go, guys. That's today's Dawnless Days battle. If you did enjoy, want to see more Lord of the Rings action, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any action. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Maybe check out some of the videos appearing on your screen between now and then. Bye for now.